The Longmen Grottoes, a large Buddhist cave complex on a mountain, were first built in 493 AD and expanded over the next 4 centuries. Buddhism reached its peak during this period, and the government funded the construction of many colossal Buddha statues, including the Rocana Buddha. They likely built it in the image of Wu Zetian, the only female emperor in Chinese history, and this is the story of the Longmen Grottoes. In the southern suburbs of Luoyang, Henan Province, China, a river flows through a valley. This area has been known as Longmen since ancient times, meaning the gate of the dragon. On the hillside, numerous caves contain Buddha statues dating back about 1500 years. In 67 AD, 2 monks from India brought Buddhist scriptures to Luoyang, the capital of the Han dynasty, and they formally introduced Buddhism to China. More than a century later, the country fell into division and chaos, and the people turned to Buddhism for solace, leading to Buddhism's first peak in China. In the mid-5th century AD, the Northern Wei dynasty built the Yungang Grottoes in its capital, Pingcheng. In 493 AD, they designated Luoyang as the new capital of the regime. In the same year, they began construction of the Longmen Grottoes. Of the more than 2,000 caves in this area, those built during the Northern Wei dynasty account for about 30%. With a few exceptions, the emperors of this regime generally supported Buddhism. Members of the royal family often funded the construction of Buddhist caves to demonstrate their devotion and commitment to Buddhism. It was precisely because of their financial support that they were able to carve the Buddha statues so large. About 30 years later, the Northern Wei dynasty fell into division and eventually collapsed, plunging northern China into chaos once again. Decades later, the Sui dynasty unified China, ending centuries of turmoil. Soon, the Tang dynasty replaced the Sui and became the new ruler of this land, and Buddhism reached another golden age. The first 100 years of the Tang dynasty saw the construction of 60% of the caves here, a period when the nation's strength was at its peak. In 672 AD, Emperor Li Zhi and his Empress Wu funded the construction of these large Buddha statues. In the center is the Buddha named Rocana, a Sanskrit word meaning light shines everywhere. The Buddha statue is over 17 meters tall, and each ear is nearly 2 meters high. They likely sculpted this statue in the likeness of Empress Wu, and it took more than 3 years to finish. By the Tang dynasty, Buddhism, a religion originating from India, had become highly localized. These Buddha statues' clothes and faces already resemble those of Chinese people. In 690 AD, Empress Wu ascended the throne in Luoyang, becoming the only female emperor in Chinese history. People often refer to her as Empress Wu Zetian. She strongly supported Buddhism, and the construction of these grottos reached its peak during her reign. After the mid-8th century, the Tang dynasty fell into a long period of decline, as did Buddhism and grotto construction. This regime eventually collapsed in 907 AD, and in the centuries that followed, Buddhism never regained its former glory. And the Longmen Grottoes, without a doubt, are one of the most significant witnesses to that glorious era.